Hi, my name is Hannah Jane Cohen. Welcome to the Reykjavík Newscast. Today we are sitting with choreographer and dancer Inga Maren Rúnarsdóttir, who has a show right now in collaboration with the Iceland dance company called Ivy, which means lifetime.
Yeah.
So can you can you tell me about the show?
So Lifetime, it's a solo dance piece created by me, and I'm doing it in a big collaboration with the costume and set designers, Julia and Laura. So we are, I go over all the ideas somehow with her. And like soon as I have a movement, I'm like, oh my God, you have to see this. So I kind of share everything, and she has a lot to say. She's becoming a good choreographer. And also when you do a solo like this, I had Ásgeir Helgi to come in as a dramaturg because I found out doing a solo, even though you can visualize it really well and you're prepared with all your things, it's the difficult part that you can't really see yourself. So I couldn't have had a better person to, like, we've known each other for a really long time, and so he stepped in and was my right hand and my eyes, like, really. So solo with a lot of help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is it like choreographing yourself versus you've choreographed for a lot of groups in the past, but this is your first solo show, so...
I've not choreographed for a lot of groups, but I've choreographed in collaboration.
Yes, that's what I mean, sorry. That's what I mean, sorry.
It's my first solo project. I'm guessing my last. Don't see the need to do this twice somehow, but maybe, never say never. It's different, like, it's good and bad things with both. Like in a solo like this, and when you're doing it on your own, you can carry out your own ideas without having to sacrifice stuff, you know, that always happens. And just nice to try that somehow. I actually was surprised how much I love to be alone in the studio.
Oh, that's
I was really, really happy about it. Maybe it's because I have a home full of, you know, people that I love, but I'm kind of never alone. So somehow, I enjoyed a lot the first part. Then what happened is that it came COVID, and it started to be because it was a solo, I could still carry on working somehow.
Oh yeah, okay. So
but there was no one in the theater almost. So it was like I was alone. Like, we have this story, Palli einn í heiminum. It feels a little bit like you're the only one out there somehow. And to be alone in this big theater, it was strange.
It's kind of eerie.
Started to miss people.
Well, you're like walking around alone.
I'm like, oh, where's people? But no, but then when it came towards the end of the show, I enjoyed a lot to have more people with me.
Absolutely.
I had enough of this lonesome
existence.
Yes, it's good. It's good for a while, and then, you know, but it was nice. And I created this based on the idea of a television show called Ivy also.
Yes.
That a friend of mine created, and she had already put her television show into like 7 categories. So it was good for me. It was like a little script that I could use as the stages of life. I felt like it was really good categorization that she did. So I used that.
And what were those categories? The 7 stages?
Yeah, there were actually I changed 2 of them. Yeah. Just because it fitted better for a dance performance. So the first one was I brought this, so I
You brought notes.
Yeah, I got notes. No, the first one was the birth, and what I did was like I connected all the elements to part of nature. So birth would be like a seedling, and then this is somehow what I did. And then we had childhood. The word for that would be brum. That it would be, I don't really know the word for that in English. It's like when something is just just about to open up, or just opening up for the first time.
The seedling, like right as the roots kind of come out.
Or when the leaf is breaking out from the
dirt or the seed. Okay. Oh yeah, that's quite. Yeah, that's. I don't know the word in English.
No, we don't know the word. Oh my God, you can cut that out.
We'll put it as at the bottom.
The teenage years we had was like a waterfall. Young people, the wind. You're kind of everywhere, doing everything. Grown-up years, I felt like that was more tree, because the roots were kind of starting to come in to the person. And old days, I connected that with moss. I don't know, something is getting still, and you can print in it when you touch it somehow. I don't know. And the end of lifetime, snowfall. Yeah, these were the 7 stages. So.
And which was like the hardest for you to sort of connect with when you were choreographing?
That's a good question. The funny thing is that I was pregnant in the beginning of the idea, when I was writing the application and things, and of my second child. The idea actually, came with my first child, which is now almost 5 years old. So it's like, it's been
it's been brewing.
For a long time. Yeah. The birth and the youth somehow came it was ready so early on that it was like so difficult to find the rest, because the beginning came so easily. Somehow it was weird. But the teenage years, they were late. The teenager was late. So, I had really a difficult time to fit that in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I thought the grown-up years would be easy, because I had that so pictured like in my mind. I saw it so clearly. But to nail it down was harder than I thought.
It's like the whole progression, I mean.
Yeah, it's like, And then with the end of life, what happened was, when I was creating that, I lost my grandmother.
No way.
And that was really, really difficult. So that came in a way easily, and the end of this performance is just for her. Like it was.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Was just really what happened there. So yeah, it was strange.
That's a really lovely tribute then.
Yeah, that was That's She has that part.
Oh, that's lovely.
But it wasn't easy at
no,
the same
absolutely.
time. It was, yeah. There was a lot of things inside.
I mean, the show is really emotional. For reference, I've already seen it. So I do have that prior knowledge, but it's really intense at points. I did want to ask you about the costumes, because the costumes are stunning. Like the dress, the costume that alters and moves, it's stunning.
Yeah,
I loved it. How did you, like, I don't know, just the idea of all of the moving parts of it. So who did you work with, and how was that collaboration?
Juliana created
this.
It's
the same.
Yes,
okay,
she did that. Actually, the costume department here in the City Theatre ended up making them for us.
Wow.
So we had I had like the best people ever working on the show, and we had a lot of images and a lot of talks about how this dress was going to be.
Yeah.
When I got it, I was really angry with it.
No way, really?
I had so much difficulty to maneuver it, like to work with it. So I had the angry period with the dress.
You were just like,
I kind of wanted it to get lost. Oops, I don't know where it is, Juliana. But then what happened, it got postponed again.
Oh yeah.
And I got the summer again, and there I realized I missed so much with the dress. And so I threw the middle part of the whole show away and created it again.
Wow, to work with
just
the
with that,
costume.
Like then I had met the dress, had the time away from it, met it again, and then we connected. And I just took it and I did all these different things. And Julian and Ásgeir were with me in the studio, and we were like, what happens when you hold it like this, and what is this? It's like, just like, tried everything.
Stunning. Yeah, the combination of like the dress and all of the ways it transforms and your movements is like just really powerful. I thought it was so beautiful.
Thank you.
And I guess I just wanted to ask a little bit, this again, for reference, this show was postponed many times because of COVID. How have you, I mean, not altered the stage performance, but the experience of the audience to fit in with the new regulations?
I think I was, when this came up in the beginning, I immediately thought like, oh, well, this is a small show.
Yeah.
It's really possible to do it with few people. I don't think it will affect. I think it would just help, if anything.
Yeah.
And a lifetime is something, I immediately started to think about this, a lifetime is something that you do on your own. Like even though you're traveling with a person through life or with your family or whatever, in the end, you are the...
It's you.
It's you, you know. Like I'm not trying to be very dramatic, but you are alone, coming in, going out. Yeah. Like you have to do certain things by yourself. As I thought this show and any show, you have to take it in. Like you can go on your own to a theater and see a show. You don't have to go with anybody. Like I don't know. I started to think about this all in this kind of way. But
it would be such a cool show to see totally alone.
Alone.
That would be really,
I was even thinking to ban people to come together. Just you have to come alone to the show.
I like that.
Everybody just sitting alone, like you can't be with anyone.
That's a full experience.
But it wasn't allowed. I didn't get.
They were like,
no.
But there's
sell many tickets.
There's like you're sitting and then there's two seats between you and the next group.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how it is. Which I still think is cool because then you're not bothered by anyone talking. Or
but you have to still sit with your friends now. You can't be totally alone. I'm sorry.
Next show.
Next show you'll be alone.
And you worked with Ólafur Arnalds on the music. Can you tell me a little about that?
Yeah, it was like a long distance working relationship. But he early on, I think I was on my maternity leave when I got a lot of music from him that's not been published. So I had some songs I was like, I really want to use a few. And then he sent me some files, and then I was listening to them like a lot before like starting to see what would fit where. And then in the end, somehow, I also threw songs from the spring to the fall now, like it was changing until the last minute.
No way, really? Wow.
And then he created this full, you know, like there's some ambience when you come in, which is really nice, so you kind of walk into the atmosphere, and that connects to the first, like, opening scene, and then it's been, connected very beautifully how it flows through. I think.
There's that moment of silence. That was so cool.
Wow, that's so funny because I was really afraid with that silence.
Oh my gosh.
And people were like, yes, and some were like, it's always the silence. It's difficult to put it in.
It's extreme to be in a theater with other people watching a show and it be silent. It's very extreme.
Yeah.
It's a very like overwhelming feeling. I really liked that part.
The thing is that I think people were in the end very happy about the silence, so I'm glad it stayed there.
Oh yeah. It's very memorable. I think this is great. I love the show. I highly recommend it. I thought it was really, really beautiful. And there's going to be 2 more performances. Yes, one on the October 13th and one on the 21st.
First, yeah.
Perfect. At at Borgarleikhúsið.
At Borgarleikhúsið, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And potentially there might be more shows, but that'll be
I would love to have more if there's space and people. Like
Lovely. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank
This
you.
was great.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Reykjavík Newscast. If you enjoyed this, please consider joining our High Five Club, which is our membership program where you can support the Grapevine and ensure we can continue creating content like this. Thank you.